All right, so before we take a deep dive into uh, this school system, this platform that we're using to educate and stay in touch with one another, I just want to give you an understanding of what the teaching style will be. Me personally, I am a very visual learner. Um, I'm very grateful now that we're in 2026 where most people are using videos to, give explanations or give documentation, especially on something as serious as, money matters. So on this platform, what you're going to be getting a lot of geopolitical news, and what that means is just how the headlines affect your money on your day-to-day basis, right? Because um, we will discuss some things politically here, only in the sense of how that affects your pockets. We're not going to be one of those communities that kind of go, picking left or right side, wherever you may stand. None of that really matters. What matters is making money. Okay, we want to be making money no matter what's going on in the geopolitical perspective of things. So that's why we're here. We want to literally create options as we navigate our lifestyle and what we consider a good life. So everyone's going to have different dreams and goals, aspirations. You're going to have different reasons on why you joined this club or took on this membership. So we just want to let you know that there's not any dumb questions. Everyone is welcome. That's the first thing. The next thing is that there is no dumb questions. So ask away. We're gonna teach from a perspective of visuals, and that goes back to my point. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to do a lot of screen recording. I feel like that's the most effective way of conveying the message. That way people can, pause or start the video over and over until they get a deep understanding. So we're literally going to be in teacher mode. So I'm putting on my teacher hat. All right. You guys need to buckle up, take in all the information. Again, this is going to be great for people who are new to the industry to invest in, and there's also for the seasoned vets because there is just a lot of tools. There's a lot of I even use the word shortcuts. I hate to say that. That you just learn over time and investing in this industry. You'll learn that a lot of people do things different ways, but we want to keep it super simple so people can go in, look up their charts, mark their charts, and make decisions not based on FOMO. And you'll hear a lot of acronyms from us in this community too. FOMO means fear of missing out, right? So we don't want to be emotional in regards of our decision making, in regards of investing. We want to make practical decisions. A lot of what I'm leading with in teaching is going to be technical analysis, and that's very important because it's a combination of understanding charts, understanding your indicators, which helps you make decisions, and that way you're not so emotionally involved. You're just looking at the charts, the technicals, and you're saying, okay, I got one, two, three, four confirmations that are saying, the market's going up or it's going down. And that's what we want to do. We want to look at basic tools. We want to teach people on when to buy and when to sell. Or for some of us are just here to hold long term, right? Most of us who work a 9 to 5, you don't know this yet, but there's another acronym, another important term is called DCA. That means dollar cost averaging. In other words, let me give you a scenario. So if you work a job, most of us get paid either every 2 weeks or you get paid semi-monthly. So every 2 weeks, if there's 52 weeks in the year and you get paid bi-weekly or semi-monthly, you basically getting 26 full paychecks per year. Does that make sense, everyone? I hope that's making sense. 52 weeks in a year, you get paid every 2 weeks. That's 26 direct deposits. Okay? If you get paid weekly, if you're fortunate enough to get paid weekly, you get paid 52 weeks a year, which is awesome. And that's for 9 to 5 people. Now, those who are in the service industry, obviously you make money daily. That's something that you're already in the mindset of managing. So what I mean is like people like nail techs, doctors, lawyers, barbers, right? People in the beauty industry. All of those people, they're getting money every day. So You have to be already have to be a disciplined person to be an entrepreneur and be in what we call that the S quadrant or self-employed quadrant. So you're used to touching a lot of money and doing cash or transactions now as a service provider. For you, your setup is going to be a little different than the 9 to 5. But bringing it back to the point of DCA or dollar cost averaging, here's the power of doing that when you're on payroll. You know for sure, let's just say as a 9 to 5 or a person who does direct deposit, you're going to be getting paid every 2 weeks. You need to put a portion of that money into your own portfolio. All right. And what happens over time, you buy at all the different levels, which means whether the market's up, whether the market's down, you're consistently buying. So your average price per asset, per crypto, per stock, so forth, you're going to be at a good price. And that's truly how you build wealth over time. That's the long game. Dollar cost averaging over time. Again, most of us are doing it on default. It's called a 401k, right? You just don't know what basket of assets that you're buying in a 401k. They're just taking out a portion of your check every 2 weeks, and when it's time for you to step away from the job, they basically say, hey, here you go. This is all the money you made. Thank you for your time. We want to take more control of that. We want to scale that in assets that increase in value faster. That's what's so powerful about cryptocurrency. Are y'all tracking? So all of these things we will break down in more detail from module to module, but I just want to get you in the mindset of understanding what's the power of dollar cost averaging, what's the power of having your own exchanges that you can buy from to make your own decisions. Everyone thinks you need to have a lot of money to make money in this industry. That's just not true. You're going to see when we go through these visual aids and we start looking at how much these assets cost, a lot of these assets you're going to buy are less than, $1, believe it or not. In some of them, in some cases, under $100, which is incredible because you can accumulate these assets over time. And then when it's time to cash out, you have 100% access, 100% control, and you can scale it however you want to, which is how you build true wealth. All right, so I'll see you in the next module. Thanks for joining.